Good morning everyone, this is Sheila. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing the final video for this file folder envelope pocket project. And today we're going to finish this up. Now the last couple of videos we created the file folder pocket and then we decorated some of it. And today we're going to finish by making the journal and just doing a little decorating. Okay, so let me get my pieces. Alright, this is main pieces there. And this is part of the journal. Which, okay. Alright. So, putting that journal. Okay. So, what we're going to do on this video, or what I'm going to do, is, okay, where's my other circle piece? There it is. Okay, so I want to do a little decorating, you know, like covering this, and I didn't bother covering this back here because you're going to have your journal. So I cut a piece of elastic at 9 inches, and that should be enough. I might actually cut it a little bit longer. But that should, I don't know. Let me get my elastic. I think I'm going to cut it a little bit longer. Okay, I think I'm going to cut my elastic at about 10 inches. Okay, where is my end? Now I don't know where my end is. There we go. Now I got this piece here. Oh my goodness. This is probably going to get all tangled up now. Alright. So I think I'm going to cut about 10 inches. Just to make sure I have enough. Alright, let's just do, I'm going to do 12. Alright, about a 12-inch piece of elastic. You don't have to use elastic. You can use twine or ribbon, whatever you want. But this is going to hold your journal in place so it doesn't move around. So what I did was cut a piece of scrap file folder, and it's about 5 1/8 by 1 inch. And I will, don't worry, I'll have the measurements below for this. And I put in 2 eyelets. And it's going to glue down there, but before you glue it down, you are going to take your elastic or your string or your ribbon, whatever you decide. Now if you're going to use ribbon or twine, you're not going to do it this way. You know, I'm doing it this way for the elastic, but say this is the front, so if you're going to put your twine or ribbon behind so that you can tie it, if that makes sense. But because I'm using elastic, my knot I want underneath. So I'm going to tie a knot. Tie a knot back there. And that's kind of loose. So I'm going to go, oops, that's a little loose. So I'm going to undo this. I hope you all are doing well with all this virus stuff going around and shelter in place, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I can't believe how people are reacting to this virus. I mean, going to the store and buying up everything that they can. Okay, now that looks too tight. And they're not thinking of anybody else but themselves, and you know, it's a shame. I mean, first it started with toilet paper and paper towels, which I have no idea why they made such a fuss over that. But now I heard that some people are hoarding like baby items, like formula and diapers. I don't know. I just don't understand. I know it's scary and you might be stuck in your house for a little while, but not to the point where you're going to run out of things, because the stores are going to remain open despite everything. Okay, I think that's good enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do before I glue this, I am going to try to tighten to make this a little smaller. I am going to take some tape, some masking tape. You can even try gluing it, but what I'm going to do is take some masking tape and tape down the elastic. Just helps hold it in place. Yeah. Not very good, but it works and no one's gonna see it. Okay, so now I want to glue this down here. So, because I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use this. I have this Fabrifix. It's like Fabri-Tac. It's a little stronger glue than some other kind of glue, and I think it helps stick to whatever quicker than any other glue. So I'm just going around the edges at first, and then I'm even gonna put some all over underneath to help get this stuff down. You don't want it to pop off. I think that's enough. So now I'm just eyeballing it. Okay. So now, got it all over my. So now I'm just gonna go around the edges and try to get that stuck down. It's going to take some work because there is a that knot underneath, but try to get it down as best you can. You have to try to put more glue under there if you need it. Just try to get it stuck down. You can even try to use your bone folder. So you're just going to kind of mold it around that knot that's under there. If you have to, try to put some more glue under there to get it to stick down. Just have to hold it a couple minutes till it starts to stick better. That side looks pretty good. Trying to get this side down. That side looks pretty good. It's this side now. after you, I got some excess glue, but I'm just rubbing it off. It's probably even a good idea, as I'm sitting here doing this, if you got a nice heavy-duty sewing machine, before you attach this back piece, you could actually sew this on. You know, and then that ensures that it's going to stick. This side is being a pain in the butt. This side is pretty much down, but this side is giving me trouble. Okay, my arms are getting tired. Just try to hold that down. Okay. Alright, so these side pockets, you can leave plain, or you can decorate in some other way, but I decided to take some scraps, and, oops, wrong way. Yeah, no, that's right. Just some scraps. And I think, put this glue away. That side is still insisting on not sticking. Alright, take some, I use art glitter glue or the tacky glue. This art glitter glue is good, only because it comes out of the bottle a lot quicker than the tacky glue, so, and it sticks really well. So I'm just gonna place that down. I'm kind of messy today. What's going on? Messy crafter. I keep going back to rub that side to see if it will stick. Okay. Alright. So, where's that? Oh, here it is. So now I'm going to decorate this pocket. So I cut this piece of scrap. So I'm going to put glue. These file folders, every time I look at them, I'm like, oh my god. But I got them at Tuesday morning. And I didn't see any other file folders. Usually they have a few different kinds. And I always like to pick up a couple when I'm there because they're so pretty. And I never seen them anywhere else. But this time they only had one. And this was it. This travel one. So I picked it up. Okay. So underneath, I just trim. How I got this piece is, I'll show you. I just laid a piece of scrap down like this and I traced around it. And then I cut, oops, then I just cut it out. But up here, to make sure that it was round, I laid this down and I kind of cut and went around this as a guide just to make sure it was round enough at the top. Just lay this down. And this paper here I bought, I think I bought it at Hobby Lobby when it was on sale, and I only have a few sheets of it left. I wish I could get more, but alright, so now I cut out 2 circles, and one there and one there, and I'm going to put a magnet. I got these at Hobby Lobby, Bottle Cap and Company, Vintage Edition. These are really, they're the neodymium magnets. They're really strong. And I used to find them on, I used to get them, I think it was on, I don't know, did I get them on, I think it was eBay, maybe. I used to buy the real tiny ones, but then I found these at Hobby Lobby, so they're really strong. You gotta like try to struggle to get them apart. Okay. Wow. So for now I just want 2. Wow, they're strong. Okay. So what I do is I lay it down where I want it, and I take a small piece of Scotch tape. I lay it down, and I use some tape to hold it in place until I glue the top piece down. Okay, and before I put the other paper on, I usually take like a magic marker. Okay, some kind of magic marker, and it dries up before I even get a chance of laying it down. Okay, so that gives me an idea where the magnet goes, but before I glue that down, I want to make sure it's on the right side so it connects and not repels each other. So I know I have to glue it down this way, or tape it down. Get another piece of tape and tape that one down. Okay, so now you can glue it down too if you like, but I just use tape. So now I'm just going to take these and glue them right on top, just like that. And I have 2 of them. So these are just scraps that, you know, I'm trying to use up as much as those file folders as possible, the leftovers. Alright, so I'm going to lay that down. And the same thing, you got to mold it around that magnet. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom. Mold it around. That art glitter glue is pretty good, like taking a hold of the piece underneath. So I'm not gonna try the magnet yet. I'm just gonna let that dry a minute. So now I decided for this journal to put a magnet as the closure for the whole thing instead of tying it up. I just wanted to do something different. So I cut out 2 more pieces of scrap, and I'm going to put one there and then one on the opposite side. So I'm just going to turn this around for a minute. So I'm going to get 2 more magnets. Wow, my hands, these are so bad. And one thing I know, by having 2 magnets, when I was first trying to put them on, they kind of like got connected to one another, so you got to be careful of that. if that makes sense. It's just when I was trying to put one on, it got connected to this one, and it was like giving me trouble. But, and that's kind of too big. Okay, so I'm trying to just eyeball it for the middle. Okay, this should be dried enough, so there we go. I think I'm going to put another circle there, but that's after. Okay, so I want to close this up for a moment. And the same as I did on the inside pocket, I want to try to get this lined up where I want it. So it's pretty much, let's see, there's only two left here. I got one left. That's weird. I got an oddball. I must have used just one somewhere else. So I'm thinking that it's going. See what I mean? Ah! Oh my god. I'm gonna have trouble. Okay. There go. Oh, it's gonna go. Darn it. Okay. Before I get... You can't let that connect to that other magnet. It's kind of tricky, but it works. Okay. Hopefully those are in the right place. Okay. So I'm going to glue again. I love the inside of this paper too. It's so pretty. So I'm just gonna try to go around, try to get this to stick. Why aren't you sticking? Why aren't you sticking? I don't know why it's not sticking. You know what? Take out my tack and see if that's going to help. I don't know why that's giving me trouble sticking. I have no clue. Oh. Okay. It's being a brat. These ants, I don't know where I'm getting ants, man. It's aggravating me. Come on, I put one down, the other side goes up. Wow. It's aggravating me, especially when I'm on camera. That it comes up on one side and then you pull it down. It's because it's round, I guess. So you just gotta play with it until it actually adheres. Alright. Now this one, you can just gonna open it up like that. I'm hoping that's in the right spot. So this is the last video for this series. I have 2 other series going on at the same time. My art journal page, I did the last video that's uploading now. And I have another video for the other file folder pocket journal I made, and that's episode 7. That one's still going on. So, come on. So that's still going on. I'm trying to come up with some other ideas for videos. Try to keep people occupied during this crazy time. I don't know. This is really, maybe because it's humid. I don't know why this is like being like this. Never like that. My arms are getting tired trying to hold these down. I think it's because it's humid. It's going to be 82 today here. Oh my god. It goes from spring to summer real quick. At least this year. Come on. It's really irritating. Not yet. Come on, I'm getting so aggravated. Aggravated because this won't stay down. It's almost down. 1, 2 spots keep coming up. La 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 la. My hands are all yucky. Put that back. Come on. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other videos to do. I want to come up with another. I'd like to do one of these, but on a smaller scale, so I think I might be doing that next. And do it a little different, because I know some people don't have a Cricut to cut out those pockets, which I think I gotta remember to put the files down below for that. Ooh, my hands are getting tired. I know people don't have a Cricut and they can't cut out those pockets, so I'm gonna do the next one without those pockets and come up with a different version, so people can make them. Well, which I showed on the other video how to make using envelope for the pocket, for the big pocket, and then just cutting out some small sections for, you know, using coin things, you know, these, or these, some smaller envelopes like that. Alright, I think that's good enough. So now, the last thing I want to do, I want to cut out another circle for right there. So give me a moment. Oh my goodness. So, let's see. What do I want to use? Maybe I'll do something a little different. Yeah, I just want to give it a little extra because to me it looks too plain. Just like that. It's not even neat. Alright, so, excuse me, so there's that pocket to put plenty of good stuff in here. This still is not sticking the way I want it, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside so these can dry better before I do anything. I don't want the magnets to come flying off. Okay, so now the next thing is the journal. Okay, so alright. So I used, for the cover, I used a piece of that, this cardstock, and I cut it at 9, excuse me, at 9 3/4 by 8, I believe, or 8 something. 8. Okay, so that's that. I used 2 pieces of paper from this paper pad, Treasures. I think I got this at, was this Tuesday morning? I think Tuesday morning. So I used a couple pieces of paper in that. One to do to place on the cover, that's upside down, and then one to place on the inside. And then I took 10 pieces of coffee dyed paper. I know this is a long video, huh? 10 pieces of coffee dyed paper cut at 9 1/4, I believe. 9 1/4, and and I'm probably going to end up trimming about 7, almost 7 3/8. About a 7 1/4, but I think I'm going to end up trimming a little bit off because once you put them inside of each other, sometimes you have to trim the outside edge, this edge here, because it just looks bulky. I mean, it doesn't look right. And some of my pages aren't quite 9 1/2, did I say, or 9 1/4? But that's okay. They don't have to be all the same size, and I got about 10 pieces, I think, here. Okay, so put that aside for now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue down my decorative paper. Go back to this glue. Now this video seems like it's taking a long time. Probably because trying to keep those pieces down. Hopefully you don't have that much trouble. Oh, I was just making sure I had it up the right side. Oh my goodness, make sure if you have the right side up. You don't want to put something on upside down. I've done that so many times. I've done it when I had a whole book put together, a whole junk journal, sewn in, whatever, glued, and I looked, I'm going through doing a video, and I find out a whole signature was upside down. I was so mad at myself. So, double check, triple check, make sure everything is going the right way. because sometimes it's an easy fix and sometimes it isn't. You can ruin weeks of hard work if something you put together something ends up upside down. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to do I think a smaller version of this, and I'm going to use other things for the pockets. Okay, so now my pages are all together. I'm going to put that inside just like that, and see, they do overlap just a little bit, and I didn't round my edges. I just thought of that. I did not round my edges. So what I'm going to do is round my edges, and I'm going to just trim a little bit of this off, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I trimmed about 1/8 of an inch off. I just took my ruler and a craft knife and just roughly cut it, and then I round on my edges. So now I can put them in my cover. Lately I've been using this lovely stapler because I can reach to the middle to staple it, but because a lot of people don't have a staple that size and can do that, I'm going to show you how to do it with the string. So what I do is put my pages where I want them. Take a couple of paper clips or whatever you have, binder clips. I'm using these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make sure my pages are where I want them. And I'm going to take a clothespin here that I'm using, making sure my pages are in the fold right, and I'm going to use another paper clothespin. Okay, so that's pretty much holding that where it should be. Then I take my ruler and I take a pencil or a pen and I measure the pages. So my tallest page is like 9.5 inches, but I'm really not going to count that one because most of the pages are a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go in. Okay, so this page here is 9 1/4. So I'm going to go at 4. What I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 5/8 for the middle hole. And then I'm going to go in from each side 1 inch and put a mark. Okay, so now I have 3 marks. Okay, so now I'm going to take this lovely tool. Be very careful using all or this tool, and I'm just going to make a hole in the middle. I like to go like this just to make sure the hole's wide enough. Put one at the other end and be very careful that you don't poke yourself. I've done that before. Poke the other holes. Okay, so now you got 3 holes. And I have this lovely long needle. The only reason why I have this size needle is because of the eye at the top. So I have some twine. I'm just going to cut off a big piece. Probably, I know I'm not going to need all that, but just to make sure. put one in through. Okay, so now you want to start in the middle hole. You're going to go in the hole, pull it through, and make sure you leave a tail. Then you're going to go in to one of the, say this is the bottom hole, pull your twine through. Then you're going to go back into the middle hole. Make sure you hold that tail. You don't want that to go back in. Then you're going to go up to the top hole and bring that through. Okay, now see, I have way too much. Let me put this back in here. Okay, so now you're going to pull your string. Make sure that it's not too tight but snug to your book. And then you're going to tie a knot in the center. Snug, but not too snug, because you don't want your papers to tear. And just put, I usually do like 3 times. Okay. And then you can cut off. Now, some people like to leave their strings long so they can hang a charm. But you could do whatever you like. And you could still hang something. Alright, so that's how you tie your pages together. So now, let's see. Now there it is. It fits snug inside. Just like that. Bring this up. And now it's nice and closed. Yep. It's not closed as much as I'd like, but there you go. Like I said, I was thinking of putting a pocket back here. I may do that. Or just put another piece of this back there. But we'll see. I think I am going to put a pocket. I'm going to put a pocket, something like this one at the bottom. I think I'm going to do that. Put it back here. Alright. So, our project is finished. If you enjoyed watching this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Share this video with your friends. Share on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you use. I would appreciate it. Let's see. I will link all the other videos below in a playlist so that you can watch from start to finish. I will also link, my Facebook page down below if you want to join. I have 2 groups, plus I have my personal page. If you want to join so you can share your work if you create this, I would love to see your work, and I would love to see your ideas coming up with this. I hope you stay safe and healthy. Please heed to all the regulations, because we want to not spread this disease. And I know it stinks that you have to be stuck in the house, but at least you can go outside in the yard. You just got to stay 6 feet away from your neighbors if they're close by. But anyway, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching.